Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever. This is a custom 1v1 between Blodir and Turin. Here we have Turin in the yellow UEF and Blodir. Purple Cybran. And the map is the Ditch, 20 by 20 kilometer GPG map. With at least 427,000 in mass reclaim. Look at these. So you have to kind of know the build on this map. So I think Blodir already has placed his factory in the wrong place, because the closest reclaim is here, so you want to build towards that. And the first engineer, you use the factory attack move. So Blodir is actually going to be maybe a bit late to that. You can see here Turin doing it the normal way, building the factory towards here and grabbing this reclaim. So even just here there's 3,000 reclaim there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And then we're gonna have a lot of ecoing, a lot of mechs upgrades, but first we're gonna need a transport to get us around the map, get to the expansions. You can walk to this one. This one's a bit further, and then you want to kind of drop as many places as possible because there's reclaim everywhere. So you want to drop down here, get this reclaim, drop here, get this reclaim. I mean, you can walk and drop. You can also drop mid. The mexes are up on top of this plateau here. And the reclaim, which is far more valuable, is on the outside. So you know what you want. You want both, because you want all of the mass that you can get. So yeah, that's what we like. I love on these maps that you delay the mechs so that you can build more P-gens and build an air factory. But then you build the mechs when you want to start upgrading a mechs. Not because you want the mass income, but because you want the build power, so that you can spend your mass and also start ecoing. So Turin will probably start ecoing as soon as he builds this mechs as well. You can see he delayed longer, and he has a very nice line of all these 5 engineers that don't have to move to do anything, building everything in a small radius. And now he's going to assist the air factory, 4th air. But you can see he built it extremely fast. I mean, he actually has 4th air faster than Blodir has 2nd air. Fucking hell. So Turin with a really nice build. Very nice. And you can see all the new engineers. I mean, he should definitely have grabbed the Hydro, I think, by now. That would be... or be going towards the Hydro. That would be good. And he could also send an engineer on the way. Looks like he will eventually. And he actually hasn't started ecoing, interestingly enough. Also sending more engineers in this area. You definitely want to do that. Don't forget, don't just leave the single engineer there to reclaim. This is still the closest reclaim, so send extra engineers afterwards and maybe get a factory along here to spam more engineers. So we have the drop coming for Turin a bit later, and he has spotted Blodir's drop. Now he won't be able to stop Blodir's drop, it looks like. And maybe Blodir can get in behind this engineer. Not engineer. Interceptor. What are words? But this drop is going to land anyway. But maybe the transport won't survive it. Turin is going to drop there and come back. You also want to drop up here. There's reclaim up here as well. And it's obviously a very safe drop to make. Drop. Drop. Didn't actually need... Oh! It took a while, but actually just survived and did a bit of damage to the engineers, but that's fine. So the transport won't survive, and there's no engineers walking this way. There's one engineer here, which can grab a lot of reclaim. There's a lot of reclaim on there. On the shore, spamming T1 air factories, something you almost never do, but on this map, you do. You definitely do it. And you do it pretty early, because you need Well, air is obviously going to be very powerful on a 20 by 20 map. And also, so we should see some T2 pretty quick, maybe on the ACU. It's often built on the ACU in this map. But you're going to want T2 air, T2 land. And you're going to be hitting T3 very quickly. You need to rush T3 air on a map again. It's 20x20. And that means air is powerful. So we definitely need some T3 air rush on this map. Almost any time. The exceptions would be when we have a proxy. And looks like Turin is going to attempt a proxy here. Really nice spot because there's tons of reclaim. It's stacked up pretty high here, and he's going to just spam as many T1 factories as he can. Blodir needs to spot this very quickly and bomb it, I think, and also react with his own T1 land. It's very... I mean, this is really bad that he hasn't even walked here. And also only one engineer reclaiming this, and nobody grabbing these mechs is even... He's focused on his expansion over here, clearly, and maybe also going, yeah, T2 air. I think he can't really afford to stop building power though right now. I think he needs to keep building power, not... this is the... Actually, this is a big difference, is the Turin went for all of those extra factories, went for 4th air, so he had these 3 engineer producing factories from the start of the game, and you really need the extra build power. Blodir hasn't really adjusted. Just has the one engineer producing factory. And so you can see he has how many? 15 engineers. Turin must have, well, 3 times that, I guess. Because that's how numbers work. But he's moved some of them around. Some of them have left the base. But yeah, he definitely has more than double. Maybe not quite triple. So Turin also ahead on... Well, he would be ahead on air production, but he's running out of power. And he's ahead on power production as well, so... Ahead on reclaim. It's looking good for Turin. Definitely had the better start. Both of them looks like they'll get the T2 Pigeon about the same time. And the proxy is spotted very quickly, actually. And it's denied. All the engineers just got bombed. And there's not even PD up. So no hope whatsoever for this proxy. Looks like Blodir dropped here and also got some factories up very quickly. So still good for Turin, but this is a setback. He didn't really go for this as you normally would. You'd usually go much faster for the proxy. The longer you leave a proxy, the less likely it is to work in general. As a general rule, here's the T2P gen. T2P gen, very similar for both of them. But Turin now has actually also dropped the top, so all access to all of this reclaim is now revealed, and quite a few buildings here. We're gonna need some T2 land, I think. We have a lot of T1 spam around the corners. It's kind of funny because by the time he gets the mantis around, there should be... Well, there's not going to be anything, is there really? But there should be stuff. It's quite a long journey. Maybe he could take advantage of all the spam Blodir could by dropping here. Again, shit ton of reclaim here. The trick is spending it, and you can see it's just immediately spamming many T3P gens, because look, 3,000 mass, he's not even going to be able to spend his mass. No way. He's upgrading mexes everywhere, I'm sure. Yeah, look, these are all T2 already. We have 11 T2 mexes. These are going to upgrade very shortly. And we may even see a T3 mex. Yeah, here it is. 2, 3, 4 T3 mexes at once. You're wondering how to play the ditch. Well, it's very simple. You find this button here, or you press this G hotkey. If you have upgrade set to G, then you just press G many times, especially after clicking mexes, but also after clicking your T1 air factory and your T2 and your T2 air factory. And here's that T3 air rush I was talking about. Now, he had this is actually a really awful place to put all your P-gens, but we'll leave that alone. I mean, he could get adjacency and also not block spots for his T3 P-gen, but it's fine. I mean, that's ugly as fuck, but look at this. Oh, Turin. And he was even stalling while he made it. While he made that T3 air, so it would have helped him out. But oh well. Now we should have T2 land somewhere. Actually, Blodir is already moving to T3 land. And maybe he is... yeah, he's behind on his T3 air. Turin with the disgusting... well, this is like pre-NG mod style gameplay here with just horrendous amounts of T1 engineers bumping into each other at all times as they try and build things outside of the range. Turin trying to avoid some of the pathfinding cancer by starting these other P-gens already, which is going to help perhaps slightly. And he's going for a strap bomber first, and that might actually work because Blodir is making T3 air and T2 on his commander, and he's actually... oh, he's going for a shield very quickly. He's going to need to upgrade that though to protect himself. This is how you... yeah, if your opponent is ahead on T3 air, and I guess Blodir just kind of thinks that he... well, he knows he's kind of late in T3 air, so he's worried, but he hasn't really scouted. He also has a lot of spots that he could take over. I mean, this is still available, which is unusual. You see here, I think it's probably just better just to have Wagners. Just spam Wagners. It's a classic strategy on this map. Cybern is really good in this map. One of the reasons is because of those nice Wagners you can just spam across. All these Mantis are just shit, really. T1 on this map is not very good unless you're making a proxy and just spamming loads of T1 RT. Seraphim T1 RT, preferably. Alright, T3 air is done, but the T3 P-gen is so not even started. Turin has 1.5, 1 3/4. And, well, he has a full one, but it's split in two, so... oh well. Strap bomber is coming up. Actually, is it? Yes. This is the first strap bomber. And he's not even building ASF, because he sees, oh, well, maybe he just saw that turn to T3. On this side, T1 spam meets T1 spam. Nobody cares. It's completely irrelevant to the game. It's just some... just provides some movement when you watch the game from here. Otherwise, I mean, it would be very static. But in reality, it is very static. Oh my god. Alright. We have 3 mechs going to T3. In the expansion, 2 of these are upgraded to T3, 2 almost finished. Blodir, meanwhile, where are the mexes? They're all T2, and none of them are upgrading. Turin has now 172 mass and 30,000 more reclaim, so doing better on the reclaim, but still, you can see right on the edge, every time he gets enough reclaim to spend his stuff, he stalls power, so he really needs more of these T3 P-gens. Here comes 2 strap bombers. One in this expansion just aiming at mexes. Oh, there's a T3 P-gen started in the expansion as well as, I'm sure, probably one finished in the main. No, it's not finished. So, oh no, look at this. 4,000 HP on this one. 5,000 on this one. Huge. That's a bad mistake. Uh-oh. So, looking insanely good for Turin right now. Blodir kind of messed up with the 2 T3 P-gens at once when you don't have any yet. Alright, you're going for more T2 mexes. 4 have gone down here. And we're going to have more dying soon. 5 ASF out already. Those T3 P-gens should be done now. Yeah, and he has 2 of them, and you can see immediately needs a 3rd. You can see how there's just so much mass here that you have to just scale very quickly. So killing those T3 engineers, he could have killed them. They would be excellent kills with a few T1 bombers. Okay, the T1 land looks to have stopped. You can see this is a very nice gap of no T1 land. And oh, there's a lot of factories upgrading here. And we have some T3 land and we have T2 land there. But now the strat bombers are coming into the base, and that's a ground fire in between a T3 mechs and a T3 pigeon. Blodir only has 1 T3 mechs, and it's this one, and it survived 2 shots of the strat. There's a 3rd one coming in. Oh shit, that was nasty. So T3 pigeon and his only T3 mechs has just gone down to strat bomber. Another strat bomber's coming in. Oh, it's still ground firing the same spot. So it kills a bit of reclaim at least, but it's gonna get caught by these ASF. Blodir now has enough ASF that Turin's probably not gonna make many more strats, or any. He has 1 more that he had building. 2 on bombers attacking and upgrading factory. They may eventually kill it. They're actually kind of close to killing this. That would be disgusting. Oh, he is gonna kill it. Where's the ASF? Where's the anti-air? Oh no. That's expensive. I mean, it doesn't matter in the context of this game, really, I guess. But look, it's 860 mass to upgrade that, and he, he just killed it with 2 on bombers. There's a lot to pay attention to. Quite a lot. So we have, yep, all 4 mechs is upgrading to T3 now over there. These ones aren't finished yet. They're all 2 are finished and they're not storage. He's gonna go storage the T2 mechs. Solid plan there. Blodir catching up on reclaim, and he has access to the top side. You can see he's not nowhere near depleted the reclaim. We're still 216,000. It's dropping, but we're over halfway there through that reclaim, I think. This is really nauseating. All of these T1 engineers. How many does he have? He has 170 in his base. 170 T1 engineers. And you see all this bumping. Look at this. Vast majority of these engineers are doing absolutely nothing with their time. Like most of the people watching this video. This is you. Just bumping around, watching YouTube videos. No, I'm just kidding. It's me. So more T3 mexes. More T3 mexes, more T3 mexes. And a whole lot of air for Blodir. So he's so far behind on eco. Mass income. He has quite a bit of power though. Equal on power. And he has a decent amount of air production. And he's up to, what does that say? 32? That's a reasonable number. 21 for Turin. So that's quite good for Blodir, and it looks like he really feels like he can take advantage of this. He feels confident in his air because he's just sending it over. Oh, a patrol order over your opponent's base, and their expansion is asserting dominance, and it's also a really bad idea to do that. But here we go. He's now, has he reacted? No, they're still just patrolling, and you can see what Turin can do. He can keep all of his ASF together and get in and get some nice, easy trades, good trades on ASF that are just flying around randomly and being quite separated. You gotta keep your air together as a general rule. Keep it all in the one place, and then it's not likely to get killed. Turin just flying past Blodir's ASF. Are either of them microing? It's hard to tell. Okay, they seem to be microing now. Turin decides to just attack move. He's lost this air fight anyway, and there's 4 bricks dropped into the base of Turin. And they're attacking T1 factories and, well, more importantly, T3 mexes. 2 of them gone very low already. He needs to stop walking and start targeting. Now they're all attacking. Oh, I think they might be going for this T3 mex. And just the factories are in the way. But look, he's left 2 T3 mexes quite low on HP and not dead yet. Should finish these off, but he's walking out from the base. There's T1, a lot of T1 bombers dropping on these bricks. This T3 mex is losing a lot of HP. When will it die? Now the air coming in to fly over the base. He's gonna lose ASF to SAMs, but he should definitely kill these T1 bombers. And he's left this T3 mex alive. But there's more drops coming. Here they come. That should be 4 more bricks on the way. What are those? Is that mass storage planned? It is. Turin can't spend his shit, obviously. Still, the 4 bricks march through the base, but they really haven't killed all that much. Killing some storages back here is fine, definitely. But look at this. He left 2 low T3 mexes. They are going to get finished off, though. He's coming around here to try and get an angle on the power, which would definitely be a very good target. But there's a lot of T1 PD and also T2 PDs here, and this commander has T3 and shield. That's quite a nice commander. Maybe he could very quickly make the gun and go after these bricks with overcharge. That might be a good option. There goes a T3 PGen and a T2 PGen, but now he's walking into range of T1 PDs and losing a lot of health. There's a lot of T1 and T2 PDs here going after this PGen, but it is not dying. 1 T3 mex goes down. The ACU comes in to overcharge, presumably, but does he have overcharge? He does. He has some storages hidden away somewhere. Where, I don't know, but he has them. Oh, I actually have no idea where they are. More PGens under attack. Will this one go down? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Only 1 brick left to attack it. This brick here is actually... Turin left. He walked away. But he overcharged this brick, saving this PGen. This PGen is also saved. This brick, though, has just killed a T3 mex here. And he's going after the other ones. This mex will surely die. Still out of range of these T2 PDs. They're not best placed, but he couldn't really find a better place for them. So now if we look at Blodir, we have significantly more T3 mex than he had before, but definitely less. But actually he's only about 50 mass income behind. I think, yeah, he has definitely more map control, more T1 mexes. Look at all this mass here he still hasn't taken. There's so much mass, and here as well, and in the corner. Probably in this corner as well, yeah. And a couple strat wrecks here he could take as well. So still a lot of reclaim for him to take. Still almost at 200,000 reclaim. The T3 mex are contributing to that now, though. And it looks like we have a big grid planned for Turin. He definitely needs to get back in the air game. There's a couple of strats waiting on standby. Not sure what the plan is for them, but he doesn't want to send them in after just getting crushed in air. He certainly has less right now. Speed this up slightly. Looks like we have a big attack, and by big I mean it's mostly T1 shit, but at least it's arty, not tanks. We have very little anti-air. That's gonna be easily killed by these gunships. See, 2 Percys, 14, oh no, 12 pillars. And there's some bricks here to defend, so this looks like a mass donation. The Percys could just hide in the water until... Also, did the Percys walk around? I really hope not. So they could just walk through the water. That would be a lot faster. More drops coming from Blodir. There's another Percy. Looks like we have some fights, but you can see how useless these fights are. So they just leave reclaim on Blodir's side. A lot of reclaim. Oh, I hear the strat. The two strats in stereo. There goes a T3 mech, and looks like we'll have another T3 mech going down. And then he's going to lose both of the strap bombers. Oh! Oh, it survived. You have to kill them. Oh, what's going on here? Turin. Turin with a full mass bar. Look at this, 1,000 out of 1,000 units. How long was he like that? Now, I wonder what we could blame for having a unit cap at this stage in the game. Perhaps the 120 engineers in your base? Maybe get rid of them. They're still just bumping into each other, not really doing much. T3 gunship takes out and T3 mechs. Look at this, it's not even storage. You just click to upgrade on everything. So you don't need unit cap for upgrading T3 mechs, I guess. Percy's walking around the sides. Turin looking to actually take this reclaim, which is nice. But all these Percys, I mean, send them across directly, or don't build them, or you could build Titans and run around a bit faster. But these, yeah, walking around with Percy is so slow, and he's going to need a lot of. See, you don't even know if you're going to have air by the time they get to the other side of the map. Unless you're very confident, but it looks like Turin is just suiciding all of his ASF to kill 1 or 2 gunships, and he has killed those gunships, but he has lost air. Convincing. Look at how much air Blodir has, and he's just killed all of Turin's, more or less. There might be 1 or 2 survivors. Needs to turn the other way, get away from these SAMs. Who cares about some T1 anti-air? It's the SAMs are going to do the damage, but Blodir has almost 90 ASF now. He doesn't even need to build ASF anymore. For a little while anyway. He should be well, he should be making all his mexes into T3, I guess, and maybe he should just build a bug right now, actually. Build a bug, that would be sick. Because there's just no way that he can lose air in the next few minutes after dominating so hard. Look at this, Turin, less than 10. But actually, Turin has nuke launcher. Nuke launcher, great weapon on this map. You have multiple targets, so if you want to really defend against this nuke launcher without sniping it, which is always an option, especially when your opponent builds 3 shields outside of where their most valuable structure is. If you don't want to snipe it, or you feel you can't snipe it, then you gotta build 3 SMD to defend your 3 main bases. There's also no navy here. Nobody playing navy, which is unusual. Oh, still so much reclaim around. And it's actually increasing at this point thanks to the T3 land wrecks being deposited everywhere. Blodir actually has his own nuke launcher, and it's at 50%. Blodir could also do some hives, would be nice and handy. On the top side we have a big fight, although, well, there's still only those 2 Percys. There's more coming in though, 3 Percys here. The front 2 Percys go down, there's a lot of bricks. So, more reclaim on Blodir's side. He won't say no. Turin with these very speculative Percys in the water. There's so many gunships. Oh, look at that, 200 HP. Finish it. Finish the gunship. God damn. Feels bad. Oh well, Turin probably hasn't even noticed, so. He has, look at this. This engineer here is going to go and build this max. How does that even happen? Well, who really cares? What we care about is these gunships. How many do we have? 13. Baker's dozen gunships here. Coming in the back of the base and going after this T3 mechs here. He did finish that one off. Going after this, we have also a T3 land fight over here. There's quite a lot of Percies and bricks. It's going to be a massive field of reclaim. Over here, we actually have quite a few Percies have shown up. And the bricks are attacking T1 land. That's not very good. Turin somehow doesn't lose all of his ASF there. That was interesting. Not sure how that happened. And still, the bricks, look, they're just attacking. The Percies are attacking from out of range, and the bricks are probably on attack move. And they've only now started fighting the Percies, so the Percies might actually win that. Turin launches his nuke, and Blodir's going after the ACU. I mean, look at this. There's P-gens with 300 HP, and he's not killing it. Look at 300 HP P-gen. And there's Sam's killing all of the gunships. There's only 4 left here. 3. He's still attacking the... He hasn't even dropped the shield on this commander. Oh no. That is... I mean, he could kill every P-gen. He kills this, that kills the nuke, and that will kill more P-gens. And then the gunships will have enough time to kill probably every other P-gen as well. And the nuke is landed in Blodir's main base. His ACU has escaped. But that was the nuke. That was the nuke launcher there. And also... what else was there? I mean, his T3 Air HQ... T3 land is over here. He also had quite a few P-gens over here. He lost some here though, for sure. He also lost 4 T3 mexes. Build power. His nuke launcher on the top side. Huge T3 land fight, and Turin, well, I think he won the land battle, but then a load of T3 gunships shown up and killed what was left, although he has gotten some through. Anyway, look at the reclaim that's left here. Nearly 30,000. Over here, a couple of Percies on a raid. Just raiding with Percies, don't mind me. Not targeting mexes either. See, there's too much to worry about. Looks like Blodir dropped some engineers but has forgotten about them. Absurd reclaim here. Look at all these dead Percies. And that's ridiculous. You can see the bricks have less reclaim because they get overkilled a little by the Percies. Here's more. We have raiding bricks. And they're just raiding into T3 land production, so... And I missed the nuke dying. I'm gonna guess there is more gunships. That's the only thing that Blodir has. God damn it. Well, that's why they're not looking at the things I'm looking at. They probably know better. Turin was probably looking at his nuke dying. Minus 1,000 mass. Love it. That's what happens when you build a nuke with this many engineers. And it looks like he's going to build 3 nuke launchers is Turin's plan. Why build anything else, he says. The first one landed. He doesn't see any anti-nuke still. But, does he have any air right now? Where? Does he have any ASF? Has he lost his air HQ? No, he hasn't. Oh, no, that looks like he just remade that air HQ. And now he really needs these P-gens. Very, very badly. He has 15,000 power income. Blodir, 26,000. And Blodir has a lot of bricks in transports. And these gunships are just killing everything. Because there is no air whatsoever. And Blodir has 100 ASF, so Turin basically How can he ever get back into air again? Probably can't. So he just needs SAMs everywhere. He can just fill the map with SAMs. That would be nice. For him, not for Blodir. He already has a few over here nicely spread. But Blodir can make... I mean, he could just go for the Soul Ripper. Stop with the bricks. Just end this brick production and make a Soul Ripper. But he already has the bricks. He has the transport, so... Here we go. This is a landing and a half here. How many bricks is this? An entire army. Oh, he stops right over flak. What are the odds that he gives a move order directly on top of flak and then doesn't realize he's losing all of his ASF? And Turin is actually moving away for some reason. Look, he's going to lose all of them. Turin can't believe it. Holy shit. Well, maybe he can get back into air. Now, how many of these bricks are going to go down to the flak? That's one transport dies, 2 transports die, and the rest land. He had 100 ASF. He just lost 70 ASF to T2 flak. What the hell game is this? Just this is a custom 1v1. It's not a tournament game, don't worry. 3 nuke launchers, all next to each other, so if one dies, the rest will die with it. And here comes a shit ton of bricks after them. But there is a shield commander. I hope he has the gun by now. He could upgrade the gun right now. Look, let's see how long it takes to build a gun. 8 seconds. He has a T3 commander. Build the gun. Build the gun. And actually his shield has dropped. Oh, he's under attack from all... He's surely dead. He just walked into so many bricks. Oh, okay. That's... What the fuck says Turin? He apparently didn't mean to move his ACU there. Walking 3 times in a circle. Well, there you go. That's how you win on the ditch. A 30-minute tutorial. Oh. I wanted to see the nukes. The triple nuke strategy. I already had 2 nukes in this game. They both died. So Turin built 3 more. So the first 2 were so effective. Well, his one was. And Blodir, all he did was drop bricks. I mean, he had the flying bricks as well. It's true. Killing many things. Although, well, these killed almost nothing. I guess he lost the other ones. To something. Well, yes. Interesting game. Hope you enjoyed. It was pretty funny. But, that is all for now. I'm gonna guess that it was the gunships that killed Turin's initial nuke. Score graph tells you sweet fuck all about this game, to be honest. But Turin had just a way better start. So actually, pretty insane that Blodir won this. And well played to him. I'll see you on the next one.